Hello, my name is Jeremy Fox. This is my week one discussion video or reflection video, whichever it may be called now, for application deployment 1 iPhone and iPad, term February 2013, I believe. So the application that I have decided to work on this month is going to be a camera-based application. It's kind of going to be a social camera, if you will. So the main purpose, and I've actually had this idea floating around for a while, so I'm actually kind of excited to be able to create something from this idea, to spend this month actually creating and doing something with this idea. So the idea being, when I take a photo, I want that photo to be able to be shared to contacts that I have maybe previously select. So like if I have set up certain contacts like my wife, my mom, my mother-in-law, if I'm always emailing or sending them photos, why can't I just set this up so it's kind of automated to where every time I take a photo they receive a copy of it? Seems like it would be a big win, rather than having to take a photo, pull it up from your photo album, select it, choose all the contacts you want to select it to, how you want to share it, and constantly have to keep redoing that process. It kind of would automate that. So I guess that kind of answers what the app is and kind of introduces the problem. So the problem being the manual effort that it goes into sharing photos. So currently on iOS, if you were to just use the native camera app and the photo album, so you take a photo or take multiple photos, then you pull up your photo album, you then select all the photos you want to share, you then select how you want to share them, and you can't do multiple. So like you can't select 5 or 6 photos and select Facebook and Twitter and email. You have to do them all individually. So I select 5 or 6 photos, I share them to Facebook. I then have to reselect those 5 or 6 photos, share them to Twitter. I have to then reselect those photos and share them by email, and yada yada yada, and etc. etc. So I feel that's a broken process, to be completely honest. I feel like it should be much simpler, and that's where my idea is heading. So that's why I'm calling it kind of a social camera. So when you take a picture, you have already set up and connected Facebook and Twitter and already selected the contacts that you want all your photos to go to. So when you take a photo, it goes to all those connections. So any of the social networks that you've already connected, it'll be posted to your account on that social network. Any contacts that you've selected, it will be shared via email, maybe MMS, some form of way to send that photo directly to that person. The application I want to make is less manual labor. It's more about just taking photos and allowing the app to share those photos for you. I understand there could be issues with maybe like, so if I'm taking pictures of my kids playing or something, right? And if a few of them come out blurry, I don't want to share those. Well, that's where I'm going to have to do a little investigating and figure out what's the best workflow. How is this going to work? Should I have some form of instead of them sharing instantly when I take the photo, maybe have like a short review period to where, I give the user an hour, 10 minutes, I don't know, maybe, so where if they're set up in a queue, and so maybe after an hour or so, if the user hasn't taken any action to delete photos from their album that they obviously don't want to keep or don't want to share, then the app will go and say, okay, here's the last 10 photos that have not been shared. no action has been taken on them in the past hour, it's safe to go ahead and share those. So let's go ahead and do that. Just some things I'm brainstorming on how I can solve the issue of, snapping a bunch of pictures quickly and having them all shared instantly, but I only wanted to share one because some of them didn't come out. So there's that issue there. So there's some things to think about at this, but I really think that this is a decent idea. I've gotten a lot of good feedback on it. A lot of people saying that they like the idea, and they would like to see it, in action and see how it works. So that's why I'm really excited about being able to do this. So that's it for now. We'll see how it turns out at the end of the month, but I'm excited. So thank you for watching.